I'm Celia Cole, and I'm the CEO of the Texas Food Bank Network. Mr. Chairman, Senator Lucio, members of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to testify today, and thank you, Senator Lucio, for not only bringing this bill to the legislature, but for your decades of commitment on behalf of hungry children. We appreciate that. I represent 21 food banks across the state. Clearly, we support this bill because it supports our efforts to feed hungry children, which is our mission. And we really rely on programs like school breakfast to ensure that all of the needy families that we are serving are getting enough to eat. We know that 2/3 of Texas school children are low income, and that for many of those kids, school breakfast and lunch are their main meals of the day. But beyond our mission, I think even more important, we have so much research to show that school breakfast is really a proven tool to improve educational outcomes. I see it much more as an education policy than as an anti-hunger policy. And for that reason, I think it is important to, particularly in the very, very poor school districts, to operate it in such a way that we know the maximum number of children in those districts are going to participate or in those schools. And what the research shows is that when you adopt a model offering breakfast to all kids as part of the school day, just like PE or math class is part of the school day, that more kids participate, more kids benefit. And that's where the additional federal funds come in. The other thing I want to say, and then I'd be happy to answer any questions, is we've really worked very hard, Senator Lucio's office, with the various stakeholders to ensure that this bill maintains extreme local control over the decision whether it's the right choice to operate this type of a program. And so we really want each school to make that decision. And I know our food banks, and I know Children at Risk and other agencies around the state that are interested in this issue, we want the opportunity to work with our local schools to help them run the program as effectively and cost effectively as they can. And we want to be able to expand on some of the public-private partnerships that Mandy addressed in her testimony. The last thing I'll say is I do not know how many of our food banks get leftovers from the school breakfast program. I know that all of our food banks have really strong relationships with their local schools, and I'd certainly be happy to canvass them and see how many of them do that. I also know a lot of schools have started composting, and that's the way they deal with their excess.